CNN analysts say that seismic activity detected Saturday near the site of North Korea's Punggye-ri nuclear site may be aftershocks as a result of a nuclear test earlier this month. Scientists said they believe the activity could have been caused by North Korea's sixth test of a nuclear weapon on September 3. Saturday's activity comes at a time of heightened tensions and name-calling between Washington and Pyongyang over North Korea's nuclear program. In a show of force Saturday, U.S. Air Force bombers flew in international airspace over waters east of North Korea. The Pentagon said no other U.S. fighters or bomber aircraft have flown so far north of the demilitarized zone off North Korea's coast in the 21st century. Also Saturday, the North's foreign minister said that Trump had made a rocket attack on the U.S. mainland more inevitable by insulting the dignity of North Korea. None other than Trump himself is on a suicide mission, Foreign Minister Ri Yong-ho said during the general debate at the UN General Assembly. In case innocent lives of the U.S. are harmed because of this suicide attack, Trump will be held totally responsible. The first sign Pyongyang has conducted a nuclear test is usually seismic activity, and analysts were working Saturday to determine whether the latest tremors detected near the Punggye-ri nuclear site were natural or man-made. The Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty Organization, a watchdog group that works to end nuclear testing worldwide, said there were two seismic events Saturday in North Korea, neither of very large magnitude. The larger one had a 3.4 magnitude, the group's initial assessment found, which is much smaller than anything declared as a nuclear test in previous years. The group believes both events were likely the result of seismic activity from the September 3 nuclear test. This geographical location is a non-seismically active zone. The September 3 event would have weakened the zone, which could still have further repercussions, such as radioisotopes coming through possible subsequent cracks, which would allow scientists to assess what type of materials were used, said Lassina Zerbo, the group's executive secretary. The Korea Meteorological Administration also cited the possibility that the seismic activity Saturday occurred because of the geological stress from the sixth nuclear test. According to its website, the first quake, with a 2.6 magnitude, occurred at 12:43 a.m. ET. A second one took place at 4:29 a.m. ET around the same area. Park Jong-shin, an analyst for the agency, agreed the latest earthquakes could have been closely related to the sixth nuclear test. It is assumed that the earthquakes occurred because of North Korea's latest nuclear test, Park said. The U.S. Geological Survey measured a magnitude 3.5 earthquake struck at 4:29 a.m. ET Saturday, 22 kilometers. More than 13 miles, east-northeast of Songjibigam, North Korea. This event occurred in the area of the previous North Korean nuclear tests. We cannot conclusively confirm at this time the nature, natural or human-made, of the event, the USGS said. The war of words between North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un and President Donald Trump over Pyongyang's nuclear program has escalated this week. Earlier this week, the foreign minister said his country could test a powerful nuclear weapon over the Pacific Ocean in response to Trump's threats of military action. Those remarks came shortly after the North Korean dictator made an unprecedented televised statement, accusing Trump of being mentally deranged. In a rare direct statement, Kim said that Trump would pay dearly for the threats, and that North Korea will consider with seriousness exercising of a corresponding, highest level of hardline countermeasure in history. I am now thinking hard about what response he could have expected when he allowed such eccentric words to trip off his tongue, Kim said. I will surely and definitely tame the mentally deranged U.S. stuttered with fire. The forceful rhetoric from Pyongyang came after Trump threatened to totally destroy North Korea in a speech Tuesday to the General Assembly. Trump tweeted Friday that Kim was obviously a madman who would be tested like never before. 1. Title: We will throw the irrational war fanatics of Trump's gang in the fire of justice, condemned Trump's UN speech as rubbish. Trump, the president of so-called power, is mad enough to wag his tongue without any consideration that he would totally destroy a sovereign state. The article said, for more than 7 decades since the foundation of the UN, No chief executives or diplomats including the preceding U.S. presidents have openly called for the obliteration of another state at the UN General Assembly. Trump's rubbish is the open declaration of war against our supreme dignity, state, social system and people, and an unpardonable extra-large provocation, the report said, adding that the U.S. warmongers will